Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss about my presentation listen learning condition in Indonesian League in third grade elementary school. It's me, Rahmat. The first time we are going to discuss about introduction. Listening in elementary school has not received serious attention from teacher, and listening learning is this underestimate, namely as learning that is less important to do and focus on. Even when compared to other language skills such as reading and speaking, with early skills that are more concerned to teacher. Generally, teachers consider listening skill important and the pretexted all students are proficient in listening. The situation is exacerbated by the situation that children's ability to listen and children difficult in learning to listen are daily assessment and daily studies. In the condition one, listening learning is only done to answer question. The condition is when the teacher only measures the ability to hear student by asking question directly. Listen learning is carried out like reading learning. The condition is when the teacher only use listening material that come from student book and student don't listening but just read. The assessment of listening ability is not accurate because the teacher provides term and content that have been heard by students, so that listening learning conditions like this are not effective. The method, the method used in this research is descriptive qualitative research with data analysis method according to Mills and Haberman, which has three steps, namely data collection, data presentation, and conclusion drawing. Research instrument, observation, interview, and questionnaire. Research subject, the subject of this research were third grade teacher and student. Data analysis method in this research, the technique that will be used in is data analysis technique of Mills and Haberman. According to them, analysis data requires three steps. Number one, data reduction and data presentation and drawing conclusion. These three steps must be carried out continuously until the research end. Result, the learning method used by the teacher in learning, in listening learning in Indonesian learning is lecture, question and answer, and group discussion. In the lecture method, the teacher applies it with the aim of conveying an overview of the listening and explanation of the material. Question and answer are equipped to simulation student thinking about the material, train student to think and express experience that student experience, also talk, question and answer. And two, the reading materials by the teacher in listening learning is guided by student book, and the teacher never look for reference material from storybook or the internet. In the process, the teacher read a reading material in the form to a story reading text, then following by student answering oral question of test. Listener learning is only done by the teacher to ask questions to students. The students are asked to listen carefully and answer questions. Listener learning is carried out like a reading learning, namely listening material that is already in front of students. Thus, learning does not lead to listening but rather to reading. Without the need to listen, student can read the material themselves. Discussion. Listening learning is not done with good listening stick. Listening learning process should be carried out in several stages, including the pre-listening stage, listening stage, and finally the post-listening stage. Each stage has a different listening activity. According to Abidin, the first listening activity is pre-simulation, which is carried out as preliminary activity in the form, number one, brainstorming activities, predicting stories, guessing stories, observing picture, gathering wishes, building question, comparing semantic map, and playing character and thematic schemata. Then the listening stage is a core activity where students begin to listen with a part with activity. Activity one, making concept map, centering main ideas, answering guiding question, discussing main idea, distinguishing facts and opinion, compiling main idea into essay outline, testing prediction, and building story map. Okay, everyone. The sum up about our material of the day about conclusion. In the conclusion is based on the research finding and discussion. The researchers can conclude the listening learning process in third-grade Indonesian language learning at SD Negeri Lampung is still less effective and efficient due to the lack of quality educator in teacher. The conclusion of this study is the listening learning process is divided into three stages, namely the pre-listening stage, the listening stage, and the post-listening stage. Listening at SD Negeri Lampung using question and answer method, discussion, and test of takeaways by teacher in the learning process are the lack of student understanding vocabulary, limited media, technological failure, and inactivity of student. And last, media commonly used by teachers in learning art, media, image, and reading text. Thank you very much and have a nice day for you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.